already worried about stopping you, MP.
Visit the ticket booth for more information. The National Basketball Association and the Denver Nets are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. They will ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using a bomb.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets here in this stage of the season. Greg. What can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
The bright lights of the NBA Cup semifinals. So much pressure. And guess what? MP thrives in the spotlight. Guys, he loves it.
Yeah, and talking to MP before the game, you could tell he was ecstatic. The entire NBA is watching this one. MP has a huge chance to prove himself. I expect him to have a big game.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Josh Giddey is out there with Dick. Then there's Barry. Then it's Griffin, and it's Reeves in at the power forward position. Reeves with the screen for Giddey. They grabbed their own miss. Count that one.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Butler, that's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Pass to Barry. Now Dick. Over Dillingham. Dick, that's good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Thunder driving to the basket. Here's Sarr. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Giddey. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Here's Thunder, and he goes in for the dunk.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Barry. That misses off the backboard. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Smith the pass to Thunder. And it's blocked.
Nice rejection from Giddey.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Dick. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 5 on the clock. Reeves with the screen for Dick. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Dick's got 5 points so far.
And Giddey just that sixth sense to find the open man.
Dillingham, no good. Toronto leading by 3. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Giddey with it, defended now by Dillingham. Giddey with it, nothing on the board. Takes the three. Rebound by Smith. Nets trail by 4. Inside, and Sarr throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Thunder passes to Sarr. It's hauled in by Barry. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Dick passes to Giddey. Clock at 6. Here's the three. And again, Toronto no up. The Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Here's Dillingham. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And the foul called on Thunder. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for Griffin.
Number 21, Jalen Green.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here now, the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. Number 1, the Nets.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Pass to Reeves. Here's Dick. And the Raptors miss again. The Nets shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Butler feeling out a bit. A miss that time would have put him up. The Raptors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And Dillingham over to help. Dick wide open. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight. Smith on the wing.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
To the inside. Reeves gets the bucket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
They set the screen. The shot's good from Smith.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Got a piece of it. Drives to the hoop.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
And the Nets making a change here. Howard's checked in. Right side, Avdia. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually gotten higher than that kind of range.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Pass to Dick. From past the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Dick's got 16.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
First quarter.
They set the pick. Over in the corner, Green. Just 4 to shoot. Raptors need to get a shot on. Hendricks can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Thunder passes to Kessler. Here's Thunder. Off target from outside. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against Toronto. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Reeves. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. The tray. Hendricks can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Gravit. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Thunder. Dick defending. They set the pick. Here's Thunder. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Green, no luck.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Gravit, that's good.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Dick. Here's Hendricks. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Nets. Thunder's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Bledsoe, here we go. Reeves with the rebound. Reeves has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hendricks. Can they get it? And it's good for 2.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's Kessler. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Nets lead by 4. 2K. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Neely. Jalen Green is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Griffin, and it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific recorder, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against Toronto got the job done. He scored 23 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Driving in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Outside, Avdia. From 15 feet away, and the Raptors miss again.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Back to Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Avdia. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. To the middle. Shoots. And again, no good by Toronto. And the Nets with possession. Big stretch here, going 10-2. Right side, Griffin. Outside, Green. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Green's got 5 points now this quarter. Smith the pass to Thunder. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Raptors trail by 6. Green in the post. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for him.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Thunder. In the corner, it's Saw. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Pass to Shed. Here's Hendricks. Outside, Avdia. 6 to shoot. Here's Hendricks. Offline with his 3.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Dillingham wide open, and he fires. Drills it from outside. Dillingham's got 9 points.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous. And he's
close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets out in front, up 4. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed. This one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. Big fella, you ever been on a horse?
Of course, Ernie. They call me the Big Wrangler.
And when we look at the first half for the Nets, a close contest so far.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got... It's checked in for Brooklyn. They've got Smith. Sarr out there with Butler. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Thunder in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. Pass to Barry. Jake with it. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here he goes. Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Reeves. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Giddey, no good. Out to the right wing. Here's Dillingham. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play. When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Thunder, headed by Green. Weber can't hit. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got 10 points in the game.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Nets lead by 16.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And he's good on the three ball.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Knocked loose. Howard with it. Defended by Reed. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Raptors trail by 13. Brent with Avdia. There's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
Hendricks can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the basket by Thunder.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Reeves with the screen for Avdia. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Nets leading by 16 from the arc. And the Nets, another three.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And it's Green, missing. Nets shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Thunder. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
The Nets making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Green kicks to Avdia. .24 seconds left in the third. Can't get it to fall.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. even with the defense not really a factor.
The Nets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Avdia, he's got 12.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And he comes up with the deuce. Avdia's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Brooklyn, they had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Ball's knocked loose, and here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 19. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for Toronto right now, we've got Green, Neely out there with Avdia, and Hendricks in at the 4.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Pass to Neely. Here's Avdia, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Here's Smith. The shot that time, not on target. Avdia with the defensive effort. Here's Green. It's good.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
Outside Butler. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Thunder. Now here is Smith. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. Dillingham trains it from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 19.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Lets it go with the 3. The shot will not fall. Nets leading by 21. Smith with a wide open look. Good on the triple. Smith's got 26 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Avdia. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Nick Smith. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
And Toronto making a change here. Walls checked in. Saw the pass to Thunder. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Dillingham. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the wide open shot from Green. Connects from 3-point range. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Here's Sar, and it's blocked. And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Saturday, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers coming into town. Then on Monday, They head out on the road to face the Golden State Warriors.
And for that game against Indiana, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. It's deflected. Here's Dillingham. Dick defending. Here's Hendricks. The shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Thunder down low. Stolen by Avdia. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Nets leading by 18. Pass to Dillingham. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Saw the pass to Thunder. Offensive rebound. Comes up empty down low.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Now Dick. Over Dillingham. Here's Giddey. Goes back up. Rebound, Brooklyn. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Dillingham. It's rebounded by Giddey. Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Avdia. Here's Barry. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's shot on the wing. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. That's 28 points for Smith.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Now Dick for the 3. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Dillingham. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Avdia finds Reeves. Dick with it. Here's Avdia. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Avdia's got 15 points here in the second half. He takes it in. Pass to Dillingham. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Reeves has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Avdia kicks to Giddey from 15 feet away, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Now, Giddey has the ability from that area to become a scorer.
Brooklyn leading by 15. Butler passes to Thunder. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Thunder's got 5 points now this quarter.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
And Toronto making a change here. Griffin's checked in.
Number 16, AJ.
Here's Giddey. And the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Thunder. In the corner, Dillingham with it. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Tipped away and stolen by Butler. Sarr with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Thunder passes to Sarr. Here's Thunder, defended by Griffin. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Reeves outside. Griffin looking around. And they call an illegal screen here.
And they've been just a little too casual with the basketball. It continues to haunt them. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Thunder. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium. Excellent use of the screen roll. Giddey running it like a seasoned vet.
The kick outside to Butler. Sarr, the pass to Thunder. Looking to end his cold spell. Sarr's shot is off. Raptors trail by 20. Dick with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Barry. Reeves. The pass to Dick. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition with the hometown advantage and their ability to...
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Good game,